What if I told you the 1980 Chevrolet Bel Air was the final chapter of an iconic American legacy, a nameplate that once ruled the roads, only to quietly disappear into the shadows? This isn't just another classic sedan, it's the end of an era. And the real question is, why? What led Chevrolet to pull the plug on a car that had been a symbol of style and performance for decades? Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know why the 1980 Bel Air is a rare gem collectors are scrambling to find, and the secret Chevrolet never wanted you to know. The Chevrolet Bel Air wasn't just a car, it was a cultural icon. From its debut in 1950, it became a symbol of post-war prosperity, style, and performance. By the time the 1980 model rolled off the production line, the Bel Air had evolved into something else, something unexpected. A no-frills, fleet-focused sedan aimed more at utility than flash. But don't be fooled, there's more beneath the surface. At first glance, the 1980 Bel Air looks like your average full-size American sedan. Square-jawed styling, chrome accents, and the kind of sturdy build you could only get from General Motors in its heyday. But here's where things get interesting. While other brands were chasing futuristic designs, Chevrolet doubled down on classic American toughness. The Bel Air was built on the trusted B-body platform, shared with the Impala and Caprice, but with subtle differences that made it stand apart. Under the hood, buyers had options, and some of them were surprising. The base model came with a modest 3.8-liter V6, perfect if you wanted to cruise quietly. But if you had a need for speed, Chevrolet offered a 5.0-liter V8, pushing out 155 horsepower. Sure, that might not sound like much today, but in 1980, during the height of fuel regulations and emissions crackdowns, it was one of the last remnants of classic V8 power. And here's the kicker. While muscle cars were fading away, the Bel Air quietly kept the spirit alive. But let's pause for a second. What was the Bel Air even doing on the market in 1980? After all, by this point, the name had faded from the public spotlight. The truth? Chevrolet had repositioned it as a fleet vehicle. Police departments, taxi companies, and government agencies loved the Bel Air for one simple reason. It was built like a tank and refused to quit. Ever wonder why you still spot old Chevy sedans in small-town police fleets? Now you know, and here's where things get even more mysterious. Despite its workhorse reputation, Chevrolet pulled the plug on the Bel Air after 1981 in the US. Why? Officially, they claimed it was to streamline their lineup. But some enthusiasts whisper a different theory, one involving corporate politics and a shift toward luxury-focused models like the Caprice. What's the truth? Well, stick around. You're about to find out. It's easy to overlook the 1980 Bel Air. After all, it doesn't have the fins of the 50s models or the muscle of the 60s. But what it does have is something even rarer, exclusivity. Fewer Bel Airs were produced in 1980 than almost any other model year. Most were sold to fleets, which means finding a clean, privately owned version today is like finding a needle in a haystack. And here's a fun question. How many of these forgotten classics are still out there, tucked away in barns, waiting to be rediscovered?